Hello, hello. We are back. But this time with the Neo 3 demo. Hey, what's up, Future Hopes? Welcome, welcome. Got in time this night. Man, what time is it for you right now, actually? Okay, so I didn't do anything in the demo except start it. So this is all brand new to me. So I quickly ran through the character creation. As you can tell, I didn't really do much. I just wanted to hurry up and get into the game, which is there
It's hard to believe you will now be
not letting me do right now.
Lord Moninoli is waiting in the back.
They had a similar setup in Rise of the Ronin, where the beginning is very more walkie-talkie, but they do stop that very quickly. In Rise of the Ronin, anyways.
You in battles so long as you master it. First, focus on choosing something that you feel comfortable with.
No surprise I'm going with the dual blades here. There's my stick drift kicking in. 11 p.m. Whoa. Do you have thoughts on the alpha? Playing the demo now, enjoying it quite a bit. I remember liking the alpha. I forgot what my takeaways were, but I was enjoying it. I think the main thing I was just trying to get used to is the whole open fields setup. But it didn't seem too bad though.
All right then, let us begin the bout.
Begin the
Bow
bout.
to each other.
Oh wow, they're actually teaching how to do this. I'm kind of surprised. I think in Nioh 1 they actually taught you this.
Watch
After Nioh, I think.
Otherwise, you'll miss. Direct your attention to Lord Kinematsu.
Okay.
The ceremony may be soon, but I won't be holding back.
Now you're focused on quick attacks as you move first, while strong attacks consume more ki. Remember that.
I probably should have done this before streaming, to be honest.
After an attack,
It seems like that's the pure basics. But we'll see. Yeah, the usual stuff. A samurai attack, but okay, that's right, because only the samurai can do this, right? And I think ninja has a. I don't know, actually. I don't think it has it. I know it's different depending on the stances you play on. Okay. Well, I am glad the whatchamacallit, this is all transferring over
Now
to the main game at least. I spent
but attacking isn't everything.
probably at least 50 hours in Nioh 1 and 2, like in the alphas and betas.
Or sometimes you block.
So yeah, like I already went into it knowing my stuff would be gone back then. But since it's actually kept, it's pretty cool.
The more
It also means they're not going to make much changes,
your skills sharpen.
if any. So I'm pretty sure this is what it's going to be like then. If they're not going to do any more like surveys. Arch gates can be charged by attacking and guarding. Using a strong attack martial art to activate arch proficiency. Different martial can be used consecutively. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna have to reread all of these again, most likely. Hitting enemies, okay. Okay.
Once your skills have fully sharpened, you can unleash all your strength.
I like how he dodged it just by slightly moving to the side. That's funny. Okay, so I can do the heavy hold attack without even having the meter. Bro. Okay.
Excellent.
We do have a jump.
Skills in battle.
Now, how it's going to be used,
And then follow attacks with
we'll find out soon enough.
these These are the basics.
Tell me then my controller says stick drift. Oh, dude, if you haven't seen my gameplay, you will see it coming up soon. You'll see him fidget around. But yeah. It shouldn't be too bad. I doubt there's many pits to worry about in this game like in 1. So it should be fine. And my graphics card isn't good enough for the VRAM.
You finally defeat me.
I like how all samurai weapons have a stinger on hold attack. Now without having to earn it. Oh, that's pretty cool. So how far have you gotten into the demo just yet? Or it's still very early on for you? Oh, we don't even have our stances yet. Okay, I do remember that from the beta. You had to unlock them. It's not too far to get them. Like, it doesn't take too long. Like, I think playing the alpha for like 30 minutes probably. You get them, but it is very strange you don't start with them. Like, my guess is they're trying to... You know how NG4 they took away like on landings and wind path and wind run as a way to like force people to know that these mechanics exist and how to use them? I'm guessing that's what they're trying to do with this game. Like, let's take away the stances to slowly give them out so people can actually use them, I'm guessing. But this is the 3rd game in the series, right? So it's like at this point you should probably know what you're getting into, in my opinion. Like, at some point you gotta take off the training wheels a little bit.
That's all. It won't happen again.
Okay. Ba-bum. I got the second boss and have just been using the enemies to test the stick drift. It's not consistent. Okay. I'm going to have to crack open the entire control. Oh my god, you're going to like full on dissect the controller. I don't have a security feature bit to do that. Oh, okay. Like, what controller are you using? Like a Xbox, PlayStation, like 8-bit Doe? So I've never tried to like open up my controllers. I've done it once. I think for like a third-party controller from an Xbox, like the original, Pelican. But yeah, I tried to close it up and it did not fit, and I pretty much broke it. So yeah, I can't wait for the Nioh 3. It's gonna be, I don't think it'll be a long one, not compared to like 2, of course. Usually when the game is super brand new, I'm learning as everyone else is learning, so I won't have a whole lot to say, I feel, but we'll see what we can do. I'm looking forward to it though. Let's see what happens with this game. I'm fine with the ninja and samurai differences. I think that's a pretty cool like idea. I just want to see how open fields is handled. That's where I'm curious. I'm not immediately turned off from it,
Escape underground.
but I am curious. Like, I made my what you call it, my preferences pretty clear. I like the first game's level design pretty strongly compared to 2. So it seems like they're going more on that side of 2, even more like the openness. So we'll see. Like 2 still had its moments where it felt like 1, but it's still pretty rare.
You must remain vigilant.
So I'm curious how that's gonna be in this game.
Lord Komatsu, I will do whatever it takes to defend you both.
No grapple? Maybe not yet. Okay.
Relentless.
Oh, I like these new animations though. Yeah, and again, it is throwing me off. We don't have no finishing move either, huh? I want to say we did start with that stuff in the previous games.
This is no ordinary crime.
Yeah, I can't even break his horn. As though I don't have a high stance. Well, maybe I can jump attack?
Now, Lord Nioh, use your strength. Finish the fiend.
There, now we can do grappling. Okay. It's a pretty elaborate grapple. I'm just assuming it's for the tutorial, but I wonder how long these will all be. Switch to dodge and jump buttons and hold. Oh, is that different? Oh, that's right. Yeah, because in Nioh, in 1 and 2, we will use X, huh? That's right. Good call, actually. Oopsie. That should be fine. Okay. Yeah, I feel more natural.
You. Some say my father Sekishusai split a massive rock that a Tengu had transformed into. Now it's my turn. There's a well.
I don't think
up ahead.
if this is a tutorial stage,
Takechio, let's continue.
I'm wondering if this is considered like the tree section from 2.
I pray for your safety.
Um,
I have no doubt.
where it's pretty much a straightforward tutorial.
Shogun.
But if this is like the first stage, I don't think I like it as much as 1 and 2. Because the second game did a pretty good job. I think it's tutorial stage with like Mizuki in the beginning. Like teaches you everything from like more naturally without like all the hand holdingness.
We will survive.
Like the shortcuts, the dark realms, the horns. Yeah, we'll see how this goes. Series X controller, and it's so very annoying to open up. And the demo has lots of sweep attacks. They do want you to use a jump dodge and attack to remain airborne. Okay, that's pretty good. Okay. Because we have a jump, I would like to actually use it to avoid low attacks. Yeah, I've been bringing up like Maximo a lot every time this gets brought up. Like, let me actually use it to avoid patterns. Like, I hope it's not just a slight platforming thing in an actual, you know, in combat.
Was it nothing more than a fleeting dream?
If I remember right, there is something similar to Wind Path in this game,
I'm glad to
but I don't remember it giving iframes, so I'm kind of curious how it's going to work in this game. It is kind of weird starting from scratch again, even more so. Yeah, no skills, no combos, and less stances too.
Even us ninja have been pushed to the very brink. No one can tell what the... Let's go over.
Okay, the style switching. Direct melee combat aims to dish out greater damage through the art. Agility, hit and run. Okay. Excuse me.
Now you suddenly look the part of a ninja.
Nice.
Doesn't look like you have a
No
weapon
complaints there.
fit for a ninja, though. Guess there's no way around it.
360 controller. I want to buy 8-bit dough, but I'm really broke. Okay.
Once you have found one.
Yeah, I still use the old stuff too, man. No problems with that. Those things still hold up, in my opinion. Kusarigama. Oh, that's pretty cool. A different stance.
Is that the weapon?
Oh.
Enemy. ready.
Use the ninja's swift movements to confuse your opponent and strike.
Okay. I thought there was like a perfect dodge sort of mechanic. Low-key use feature. Further when attack enemies from behind deals more damage. Okay. Using miss after attack will cause you to quickly turn your body, invading the enemy without consuming ki. Additionally, using ability. Interesting. That's pretty cool. The whole like shadow thing to give like to de-aggro. That's pretty cool. Cannot recover ki or perform purification. Okay. There's more like a more mobility sort of thing instead. Okay, it seemed like the whole point is to get behind him as fast as possible, especially with the extra damage boost. Such as long range attacks, unique movements are okay. Okay, I do remember that from the alpha too, like how you can actually regain these tools in combat, which is pretty cool. It's not like a one and done thing in the past, right? Having to refill in order to use them again. Okay, so that's okay, the feather.
Enemy unleashing a powerful attack is also vulnerable. Use that opening to your advantage and counterattack.
My lord, get a hold of yourself.
And burst break. Okay. Just R2 this time. So I just gotta press the style switch and it'll connect. Okay. It's definitely gonna be harder to land for me. I've been using brute burst counter for years. So now I can actually time my stuff this time around. Even your walking speed is different too in each stance, it seems like. Oh, you already have that move. Nice. Okay. Okay. Lots of Kusarigama and Tonfa mains are sad due to their weapons not having... I can imagine, man. I would think in the future they'll probably make them universal. Like through DLC, maybe. But yeah, to get those mechanics back through, you know, buying them doesn't seem like a easy pill to swallow if they do go that way. And water swords are just the hold heavy. Yeah, I just noticed that. That's super cool. Haven't you spend like 1,000, 1,500 to get a better? Holy crap! Just for this game alone because of the outrageous price. Whoa! You might have to wait longer than that. I don't think 1 year will be enough. Ooh. I think you saw the neuron activation in my head for a second. Yeah, I don't think 1 year would be enough. Oh, this is... Wait, can I not jump? No. Are they teasing me right now?
Don't worry.
Wait. No, they're teasing me, bro. Well. The demo... Yeah, it actually came out last night for me. I could have played it earlier, but I was just waiting for the usual time. They are teasing me very hard right now. So the PC port comes out. It's not coming out day and date everywhere, like on all platforms. I figured that was only like a Rise of the Ronin thing because of the PS exclusivity, but
Journey alone.
yeah, I thought this would come out on PC as well. No, I haven't seen it yet. One Hand Gaming. How did you end up liking it? The recovery key upon dodging skill still is a thing you learn and not unlocked until. Okay.
Without my aid.
I'm still not gotten over them teasing me the bird flip. I'm telling you, man, Team Ninja wants to make a Ninja Gaiden game, but they're refusing for some reason. That's weird. You can't sprint by holding X. You can only do that by clicking L3.
That must be the well leading underground. Why don't you dive right in? Maybe someone wishes to use the yokai to control the world.
Okay, it has a pretty long, long enough active window to land the burst counter. Okay, I'm trying to cancel the feather, but like style switching, but it doesn't let you, unfortunately. I'm sure there'll be some way to cancel the feathers in this game too, but
Lord Kunamatsu speaking with someone.
down we go.
I don't see anyone there.
But I like the controller, but I like the wireless stuff. The good thing is that I use to fix things. Oh, nice. My last than you. Oh wow. Like counter over and over again. I couldn't get the timing right. Ended up poking enemy to death. Oh, with the I'm guessing with the burst counter. Wasn't it hold circle to pick up items in Nioh 2?
We mustn't allow them to be used ever.
Now it's R1 this time. Walking speed might be different because both styles have their own armor. Therefore, oh, that's true. Yeah. Damn. So that means even like key consumption will be different too, right? So now you have so like in Nioh 2 and 1, I would try to play in the middle, like not too fast, not too slow. But this one seems like it's gonna make you play on both extremes. That's pretty cool. Like you have to play with their strengths and weaknesses. Making my own wireless controller. But it's complex projects for me. What would that even entail? Like, I'm guessing like motherboard stuff, right? Like form factor, 3D printing.
It is I
You know, making the thing.
who will be Shogun.
Like the shell. I mean, I can imagine that's a pretty big project. Like it sounds simple, but I'm pretty sure it's more complicated. I wonder if this is a fight we're supposed to lose or no. Actually, let me die on purpose. Let's see if we're supposed to lose this fight. There's a lot of accessibility options for this game, so you can sprint by holding dodge. Oh, how did I know? By holding dodge. Okay, I'm gonna have to look into that right now then, in a little bit. So I was playing, I've been playing Stranger of Paradise the past few days. And it did the same thing where clicking L3 was a sprint. Never been a fan of that, to be honest. I've always liked it when, I think in Stranger of Paradise, I put it on L2. I think I prefer that a whole lot more. Even FPS games, I rebind it to the triggers. It's way more quicker than that.
Maybe
Oh, it could be me being paranoid, but I feel like holding forward on the left thumbstick and clicking in at the same time will break my thumbstick. So I try to avoid that.
What? You can't answer.
Like the set automatically picks up items.
Stand what it
Oh yeah. I feel like in Stranger of Paradise, I think I put that on as well. Because I just walk over everything in that game. and I pick it up. But I'm not sure if that's automatically there or not. Oh yeah, Stranger Paradise has this as well. The auto dismantle.
Is this Kusanagi's power? It seems Kusanagi has something to say.
It seems like there's a bit of like recovery. You can't immediately act out of like style switching. I'll go with skill since I'm using dual blades.
Kusanagi's appearance has changed? Incredible! Your wishes seem to have brought out Kusanagi's power. You may have an innate talent for connecting with guardian spirits and drawing out their power.
What are you guys' thoughts of the style switching in this game? What the hell? 'Cause I don't think it's too far off from Stranger Paradise since we've been talking about it. Like having the whole, you know, 2 class systems.
What a curious...
Like if you play that game, I think it'll be easier to use that in this game. I'm guessing anyways. I know for like Nioh specifically, it's a little different. Okay. Yeah, because even in that game, you had both of them had unique weapons and armor sets and skills and stuff like that. As a burst counter, so they don't want you spamming it. Oh, okay, yeah, that's true. That is a good point. Yeah, so it's more of a committal option to play in the style. So you really have to, like, if you're going to use a style, make sure that's the right move. Needs a bit more planning, which is cool. I like the back buttons that became standard in those new controls because, oh yeah, I've always wanted to use those, but I would imagine like when you're holding it, right? I always feel like you'll accidentally click them. I'm sure there's like some actual resistance, but I've always been nervous to miss inputting.
I've already cut off that cursed escape route.
My old gamepad case will do. PCB going to be a bit of a challenge, but I think normal wires and solid ever do. Okay. It's just code. Yeah, that's a lot of work to do. Like, do you have like the programs and stuff to test that out? And even the equipment? Like, the materials to do all that? Like the soldering, you know, getting the buttons. I know you just order the stuff, right? The buttons, but...
Those pennants bore the symbol of the decay.
Oh, I'm gonna be like... Yeah, I'm sure there's some... Like, I'm not complaining about it. I'm just pointing it out. You gotta be a little more, like forward thinking about like your play styles, which is cool. It was a shrine. Kodama. Oh, that's pretty cool. I think there's less skills to put in, right? This looks way less than 2. Key damage attacks with melee weapons. That's a different description for strength, I think. Or at least an added effect, it looks like. Affects key and key recovery speed. So courage was removed, I think, right? It seems like heart and courage were combined into just heart, by the looks of it. Oh, okay. Okay.
That appears to be the Tokugawa banner.
Okay, so this will be the first stage, I'm guessing. The other one was just more of like a little longer like tree section from 2.
Continue for now.
Okay, okay. do you have to crouch to stealth kill? Okay, I'm pretty sure it does make a difference then. Okay. Oh. Oh, wow. I almost got hit there. Okay, it shouldn't be too long until we get our stances. I am kind of curious. I think that's something that should be pointed out. Like how long should you expect to not have, you know, the basic mechanics we had since since the first game? Like I know in Nioh 1, we didn't start with them either at the very beginning in the prison section, but like in that game, like I said, it made sense because you're not used to the idea. But this is the third game by this point.
It's unfathomable that there is no other explanation. This is the warring stealth period. The leader of the opposing forces must be Takeda Shingen.
Hey, what's up, Jeff? We're doing good, man. We are chilling. Can't complain. Get to play some Nioh 3 finally. The game's only, what? A week and a half away? Probably like 10 days, I think. So yeah, it's not too far off. And I'm glad we actually got one more demo too to play with. And this time, I think it's the first instance, but we can actually transfer our save data. You couldn't do that with any of the games, like, you know, Nioh, Stranger, Wolong. Like every time they got reset. So I'm glad this time we keep the stuff. Not bad, not bad. The ninja style makes me wonder why teams didn't just make NG4 themselves. I think they can do it, man. They're tiptoeing around it for some odd reason, but I don't know why. Like, I feel like they're slowly getting into it. Like, I always bring it up, but Rise of the Ronin is pretty much Ninja Gaiden RPG. Action RPG. Like, I know Nioh was described as that, like, since the beginning, but Rise of the Ronin really lives up to that name. Like, I was just playing Ninja Gaiden the whole time, playing Rise of the Ronin. Just with some RPG stats tossed in there. Okay, I keep pressing the wrong button. Finished. But yeah, maybe with them making Rise of the Ronin, helping with NG4, and then doing the ninja style in this game, maybe soon. Okay, and again, it really sucks we can't use low stance already, because now I can't really adapt depending on the size of the crowd. Did I just forget to pick this up last time?
You must flee! We'll hold off the intruder! Fight with me!
I'm kind of surprised they have this accent, to be honest. Okay, you can still counter hit on startup. It would be easier to do if you had a low stance, but... Okay, let me remember to jump over this log again. Okay. The one thing I want to look forward to is how much time it takes to grapple. Like during my playthrough of Nioh 2, there's quite a bit of startup before you land the actual animation. So it was more like a risky thing to like execute them for the iframes. You know, it's like an immediate thing, like in Ninja Gaiden, for example. Like you need to be careful. But that animation, well, specifically in Ninja, looked pretty damn quick. So it'll be nice if grappling mid-combat would be a little more viable. Look at this guy. That's definitely a new walk animation. Surprised no one's hanging out back here. Character creator. Yeah, there is one. I didn't mess with it too much. I just wanted to jump into the demo as fast as possible. Maybe if there's some character codes like in Nioh 2, I'll probably like look at a few of those, but I probably won't kill this guy with the arrow shot. Oh well. Not trying to aggro anybody else. Saw the stage a few days ago. I have the S32s, but the version I have won't work. Okay. Now, would that be also a big investment to buy the right stuff, or it shouldn't be too bad? Okay. Like, these guys are able to stance switch before I could. He's already going low and high stance already. I think I said this during the alpha, but I'm assuming they did that to not overcomplicate it for people. Like, we're already style switching. So having styles and stances for just one of them would make it probably uneven, or it's too complicated, I'm assuming.
There are too many of them. Without
Yeah, I feel like they're making it simple for now in the beginning. But as long as it's not like this for too long, then it should be fine, but we'll see. Then NG4, like, they did the same thing, but you were out of like the pure basics for probably only one mission, so it wasn't too bad. But same as always.
Do my eyes deceive me? Are those yokai in the enemy ranks?
Look,
Might be foreshadowing. Yeah, I knew it. That was pretty cool way to foreshadow the yokai coming up.
is someone still fighting there? We mustn't leave this be. Let's go.
Oh, that seemed to be the right timing though. Maybe I was too much on the side last time. Oh. I wonder how you can do that. If you notice, when I was in my burnout state, I style switched to sort of move out the way. But you can only do it one time. So I wonder if it's like a sort of desperation move. Like a desperate, like quick reposition. Like a last second. Like you have some way to defend yourself against like a grapple probably.
More shining stones.
I found Stealth C as a stat on the bow as an area, so I'm glad there's more variety. Okay. You think well, it's way too early now, of course, but do you think it'll be even possible to do your level 1 playthroughs in this game as well? Because like in this one, if you never upgrade at all, you won't even get the stances, right? Unless you can like interact with the skill tree still, but yeah, doing a no upgrade playthrough will seem way more harsh in this game. Wait to get a memory card for the PC because I'm running out of space. Blame Muwa. And the DMC5 project too, right? I'm assuming that's taking up a lot of space. How's the demo? I'm liking it so far. I'm keeping my, what's the word? Because this is obviously the tutorial, right? Like the intro to the game. So it makes sense we don't have a lot of things to work with. But I am paying attention to like how long we are in this sort of early state of the game. So I was like, when I was playing NG4, I was paying attention to the same sort of thing. Like how long would it take for like experienced players to just hurry up and start getting into the groove of things? So that's what I'm waiting for. Because right now we have the bare bones of stuff.
Dare defy me, Yamagata, the mightiest
What's up, Rozzy? Welcome.
Crimson Army.
Appreciate the energy. Demo so far, I know you already played alpha. Yeah, so far I'm liking it. My biggest thing I like so far is the fact the save file transfers. So nothing I do here will be lost, which is pretty cool.
The pup rears its head, and I will rend it from your very body.
Okay, that still does a lot of key damage. Oopsie. Okay, I guess the perfect dodge. I remember getting that in the alpha, but it must be an unlock in the skill tree. Bum, bum. The worst tent yet. Oh, the Uzuna drop. I would assume it's in the base game. Oh, there was a shrine here. They don't. Oh, I totally missed that. To be honest, I would have upgraded if I saw it.
Rears its head, and I will rend it from your very body.
Oh, I can't. After that kick ender, I can't transfer into the hold attack. Can I catch him with this? Oh, that actually worked. That range is insane. I'm not sure if his attack was super far reaching or the burst counter window on me is pretty lenient. I'm not too sure. Oh well. Takes quite a bit of specs. Did you? The footage is similar. Edited footage is smaller than unedited. I would assume, yeah, because I would have. I want to say probably 50 gigabytes minimum for each Ninja Gaiden project, and the footage, well, the the finished videos did not come out that large, obviously.
Heedlessness will be your undoing.
I got lucky there. Okay, I tried to jump there, but I know he has like at least one really low sweep attack. Like that one right there. Okay. I wonder if elixirs are finite or not. I haven't paid attention for a little pop-up on respawn. Oh no. Maybe if I double jumped. Nioh 3 is 81. Holy crap. I think for me, let me see. It's 60. It's still quite the size, but alright, let me see. Okay, there's no storehouse menu thing popping up saying like 10 remaining or something like that.
I will rend it from your very body.
Okay, doing that doesn't keep pulse either. I should probably use a feather next time. Oh wow. I wonder if I got lucky or if there's iframes on those things. I noticed it charged super quick. Wonder why that was. Oh, close. I was still an in leg. Oh. The full game says you need 100. Holy, that is a lot. That is a lot. I wonder, did you manage to beat the Turbo boss? Tokugawa guy. Maybe I'll do. Oh yeah, at the very beginning. I'm assuming. I don't know. I don't think they even expect somebody to beat that guy, to be honest. I think you get like killed in 3 hits, but like I'll be super surprised if there was like a unique cutscene for that.
Heedlessness will be your undoing.
Okay. I gotta delay a little bit longer. I think in ninja style you can do a light attack combo and then heavy. Cancel into the grapple animation. Haven't tested it. Oh. Okay, I'll try that then. Like while he's burnt out, I'm guessing, right? Oopsie. Whew. I can't tell if style switching gives me iframes or if I'm just getting lucky. Like with my hurtbox shifting at the time. Okay, there's definitely no iframes on it. Oh, he recovered real quick. I thought I'd have a longer time to punish. Oh, getting closer. I didn't then just oh yeah. And speaking of GS5, I may bash the load times on my external drive, but it runs far smoother than other games. It stands for new players, but having the supposed to be humans can guard. Yeah, it's a little. I get why they're not giving us everything. Like for a new player, it makes sense, right? Like having them learn the 2 stances already is a bit much. But from veteran players, we got to just gotta put up with it for now. Actually, I should have stayed. Ninja stance. That's a lot of damage, actually. Yeah, he recovered a lot quicker that time too. Oh, he didn't do the burst attack.
Has some fight in it, but we've only just begun.
A might befitting that of the Crimson Army. You must summon Kusanagi at once and
Oh.
eliminate them.
Okay, at least you can still guard as you block. Yeah, speaking of tokusatsu, that was brought up in the Discord a bit ago. And this looks just like some sort of transformation. Tension. Okay, this works a similar way. Like, take damage, it goes down. But just like before, I'm not the best at using that mechanic. Oh, that was pretty sick. The big difference that I did in this boss fight, I used the ninja way more. I'll dodge through him and then land the critical attacks in the back. That was like the main big difference on this attempt. It seems like the critical damage actually makes a difference. Like, I know it was a thing in the past games, but I never felt like it made big differences. But this one, it was pretty noticeable. I kept trying to dodge to the side and got clipped by the dive, but the dodging and ninja made me go through him.
I am Honda Tadakatsu, retainer of Tokugawa. And who might you be, warrior?
Oh, you can dodge the dive attack with the jump. Okay.
Tokugawa. Takaju? To think, one with such talent was just sitting.
Dodge into clicking left stick lets you slide. Interesting. If that was back on the violence, like a lot,
Takeda Shingen
is the final boss.
of Kai
No blood, no gore, just like the other fighters. Okay.
has finally bared his
Now, are you gonna play Samurai Showdown Sen? I think it was on 360. Like the more Soul Calibur-esque
and are mercilessly crushed
like version of Sam Show.
army.
I heard it wasn't the best. I'm not too sure how true that is, but the character art's pretty damn good.
Each bite,
I'm not sure how good it is as a 3D fighter though.
the Red Horde's target goes without
That one and 64
Geyas.
are usually the black sheep, from what I've heard.
Since we were but boys, we have fought countless battles in the name of peace. I will do
The
anything
English
to
VA
protect my
was horrible, was painful.
even if it means for
You just need a couple of samurai locks to unlock your stances. Yeah, I would assume it's right after tutorial, if I have to guess. Oh, that is true, yeah. Just not as evil, pretty much.
Lord Iyasu's Hamamatsu Castle lies ahead.
The main benefit of samurai style is the perfect parries and art proficiency, both of which you don't have. Okay. Okay, yeah. Yeah, the extra movement and like dodge distance and critical damage made a huge difference
Okay.
on this guy.
Might you lend us your strength?
There was a PS1 game? I never knew that actually. Okay. I think I'm gonna turn off um the damage numbers real quick.
Still, Takachio. Sharing my lord's childhood
Whoopsie.
name is quite the coincidence. I have been tasked
Visuals
with
maybe?
holding this position until my lord reaches Hamamatsu Castle. Join him and assist him in whatever way possible.
Where would this be at? If it's even here on this one. Dismember effects. I guess I can only change in the main menu, I'm guessing. If it's not in here we go. Damage display? Now, does that mean numbers or like being hurt? Yeah, turn that off. Yeah, I'll just do that stuff later then. If that wasn't it, then I'll just do it myself off stream. Cause yeah, you can spend a lot of time in these menus.
Do you remember Tadakatsu? Despite appearances, he's quite good with children. When you were young, you used to pester him to let you ride on his shoulders.
Here we go. The cover of the game. Oh yeah, I was asking if you ever played Samsho Sen. I think on 360. Like it's 3D fighter. As far as I got, thanks to the controller hardware. Oh yeah, the stick drift, right? Your voice spoilers. I appreciate you stopping by, man. Hope you figured that stuff out so you can enjoy the game. At least you have like a week until the game comes out, so got some leeway, man. Nioh 3. Okay. Now I'm assuming all of this is the same thing we've done in the alpha. Like the crucible and stuff like that.
Creature blotting out the sky? It resembles the one we saw in Edo. And there's Hamamatsu
Okay.
Castle beside it. I am not fond of the idea, but I suppose we ought to take a closer look.
Yeah, so I'm assuming it's gonna be like a retread from what we did already. Okay. So I'm gonna try not to beeline to the end and actually take my time, but
Years devoted to honing my skills with the blade. Only to
okay, it took a while.
passing them on.
Don't you unlock the stances in the weapons, or is it in the samurai? Okay, yeah, that's my stick drift kicking in. Okay, so at least you get them like immediately, like after the tutorial, pretty much. At least one of the stances, but it's really not enough. At least you get a freebie real quick. Yeah, 3 levels. I'll do that. I'm assuming dual blades still scales with skill. I'm just going off memory real quick. I think that's a Scampus. Okay, I probably didn't find it, but okay. The one thing I do remember hearing super early on, in the alpha was the little ferret things. Took me way too long to find out you can shoot them down, but at least I know what to do. What to do this time, but I don't remember what exactly they give us. We'll see. Yeah, I got the high stance to finally break some weak points. Okay. I'm not sure if it was just a bit harder to land it because he had a smaller horn or not, but I'm trying to see if you can cancel block stun into a stand switch. It seems like it. Like it feels like I am, but I'm not too sure. Okay, well we have a lot to go through again. Yeah, it's quite a bit to do again. It's kind of like the world is your oyster. You can kind of go wherever you want, but Ta-da. I never played that 3D Sam show. I mean, know. Yeah, I've always, from what I've heard, the 3D ones aren't as
Is it lost?
aren't as good.
It's been separated from
But I'm not too sure though, like how true that is. I was hoping that doing the double jump will reset my height. Because isn't like in Mario 64, like when you do the butt stomp near the ground, you sort of cancel the height fall damage. But yeah, you really gotta watch out for where you jump from. Airball. Okay, third time's a charm. Okay, you have coyote jumps, surprisingly. Okay, I'm assuming you don't have the perfect blocks so soon either. Yeah, I'm guessing we're not going to have all that for a good bit. For me, it might feel a little, what's the word? Like too quick, going back to the basics again, like to square one, but the last game was in 2017, so I do get it. So yeah, I gotta start from square one, for the third time in the past like month, pretty much. Oh wow. I didn't even know that was the objective. Warrior's Rage, same subtitle as Sam 64, but a completely different game.
So there were
Did the Street Fighter 3 Garo thing of keeping Hamaru and changing the rest of the cast. Okay. You're trying to do the new generation pretty much, right? Okay, okay. I looked up the finishing moves from Samurai Showdown Sen, and they're pretty brutal and disturbing, honestly. Kind of intriguing. It's an interesting looking game. Like, just even the concept of a 3D Sam show does sound pretty cool. Like I always say, man, the execution. But wasn't Haumuru in Soul Calibur 6? I think he was a DLC character, no? It's like, it makes sense he was in Soul Calibur because of the weapon gameplay. And then Geese was in Tekken 7, I think. Okay, I think that's it. But at least there's some example of how it could work with him in Soul Calibur 6, but okay. Oh, we're going everywhere. I think a big difference you have to be used to is the level design. So like not having these sort of straightaways is going to be a big difference. Like if you didn't care for Rise of the Ronin, I'm not sure how people would be how they'll take this game. Like I think Rise of the Ronin was a pretty like chilled, laid back sort of game. I do really like the whole more authentic like historian aspect of it, like exploring the countryside and stuff. But for this game, I'm not sure how good it will be as a streaming game. I gotta be honest. Definitely there's gonna be a lot of like more exploration than usual. There's definitely gonna have a different pace to it compared to 1 and 2, that's for sure. I'm not sure if I should heal now or later. Holy crap. Oh no. Okay. I might be undetected. Oh well. At least it seems like the sub weapons are more, what's the word I'm looking for? Like more seamless in combat, like in Rise of the Ronin, which is good. It's not like sort of stop and go. You can actually use it mid combat without feeling so separated from melee combat. Like in Rise of the Ronin though, you actually shuriken cancel is a thing, and step away. This one you kind of stand still. Oh, crap. I'm surprised I didn't kill him. Okay, so there's not like... It doesn't have that same sort of feeling in the previous games, having that sort of... What's the word? Progress, like in the level, isn't as straightforward anymore. Because you can kind of just ping pong from one objective to the other. Okay. Yeah, I don't want to call it too soon. But after replaying like 1 again and 2, like I really appreciate the more like confined, smaller level design, like the focus stuff from 1. So for this to take such a further departure, even more like 2 did, I think that's something I need to get used to, like a lot. Now, how long that's going to take, I'm not sure. But it's definitely very different. A very different flavor of Nioh. Like, I don't think I don't have a single complaint about the mechanics, like the style system. I think my biggest gripe, I'm guessing, would be the level design. That's gonna be probably my only negative. It is early to say, but I know there's the crucibles, which I like. I remember those from the alpha. Like those felt like actual, like the typical stages that you'll see. Well, we'll see. We'll see. He was in Soul Calibur 6. Volumetric fog. Makes the game look like a bit different. I mean, I agree, but I think it looks a bit different. A bit better. Midnight Motors with Blast and Rise of Ronin might be my favorite modern Teen Ninja game, although Nioh 3 may surpass that. Yeah, the Midnight Mode is pretty fun. I didn't play it too long, sadly. Like I played I put way more time in, like in Nioh was the only time I really played the NG pluses and like the side modes, like midnight missions, stuff like that. Rise of the Ronin, I barely touched it, but I did like the changes. Like in the video, I mentioned it a little bit, like remixing bosses in them, in the camps and stuff like that. Is that an enemy? I guess he's chilling. Unless we own this camp. I do remember in the alpha, this was something we had to... What's what I'm looking for? Liberate, I guess? And another difference is too, compared to Rise of the Ronin, at least there was fun movement mechanics. Pretty simple stuff, right, with the horse and glider, but at least it was something to make the distance shorter, like the travel time. So with this not having that, I'm wondering how that'll feel in between like encounters. It feels somewhat better from the alpha doing airborne attacks, because that before it was pretty rough. It does feel better. Like I did remember mentioning that in the in the survey. There's a crucible, right? Well, we're locked in now. That shit is a kill? Okay. Yeah, I'm surprised it did more damage to this guy and not the other one.
Very well. I shall lend you my
Oh, did he revive? Okay, there's hyper armor on it, but if I remember, they only did that move in the Dark Realms. So it seems like it's the added, like, move this time, which is pretty cool. Okay, I see. Okay, there's a little bit of, like, a meter thing to the spirit as well. Okay, so this is definitely a mix of like Wolong and Rise of the Ronin and Stranger of Paradise. Like I skipped over that menu very quick, but if I remember right, that's pretty much telling us we have like destroying the crucibles sort of gives us a power boost or like lowers the power of like the enemies, I think, something like that. And that was something Wolong did as well. Like do all the camps and you increase your like your level thing. So it kind of reminds me of that. And the whole 2 class system is like the style system in this game. Like it's a version of that. And of course the more open level designs like Rise of the Ronin. So this seems to be like the little bit of everything. I'm feeling like I mentioned all this before in the alpha. Like when we played that, so it feels the same starting this again. Whoa, this guy's jumping. I wonder, it's on cooldown now, but I wonder if that still extends combos or not. The soul cores things. Okay. Oh, that's right. Yeah. Yeah, I forgot he was in there. I think he's even like in these CVS games, I think. Okay, yeah, the exploration level, yeah. That's the same thing you would see in Rise of the Ronin as well. Can I do my... Okay. I can sort of combine the two. it just takes more inputs. Like I'll attack, shuriken cancel, and then back away if I have to. Nioh 3 trailers, there will be multiple open fields across different periods of time, so we multiple. That's what I thought so too. Like, I remember in the alpha I mentioned each open field would be like a region, like one region in the original game. So in these areas, we'll have like all the submissions and the main missions as well. So it's like a one-stop shop and not like no more interacting with the mission select. Everything will just be in here from now on. So yeah, it's removing the open world, the mission select thing from before. And now we just have to walk between each level pretty much. Switch skill swap in Monster Hunter Rise Sunbreak. I see that, yeah. I definitely see that. Okay. Again, it's too early to say. I think mechanically, I'll like this game a lot, but it's just gonna be level design. I think I have the same opinion I have as Rise of the Ronin. Like, it's a very fun Ninja Gaiden action RPG, but the level design is what's holding it back for me personally. I do like how it's combining elements from a bunch of the games, but the games that I listed, I know not a lot of people played them too much or didn't care for them at all. So saying those comparisons might not be the best for people. But as somebody who's been playing all of the games, I do like how this is a culmination of all those parts. It's gonna be interesting to play this game. So I did leave Rise of the Ronin pretty what's the word? Positive about it. But yeah, it's gonna be the just the level design pretty much. Is the worm still here? I remember that killing me a few times when I went here the first time. I don't remember if... Now I gotta install Rise of the Ronin again. I don't remember if Rise had a grapple. Like a ledge grapple, I mean. Like if you missed the platforming. I don't want to interact with that too soon. The hit sound effects related from Stranger Paradise. I've been playing that for the past 2 days, and I can't recognize it just yet. I think you're right though. I think they are the same. Speaking of Stranger Paradise, I'm playing the DLC for the first time with my friend, and you can really tell that DLC was made on a budget, like on a really shoestring budget. It's kind of sad, to be honest. Like, I know it didn't sell too well or was super popular, So you had to make, you couldn't put as much work. But dude, like I was hoping for like the Nioh level of quality, you know, multiple regions, new levels, enemies, bosses. But right away, as soon as you start the DLC, you feel there's something wrong. Like in the first thing you have to do is you have to grind for these Bahamut points. And to do that, you have to play in the new difficulty. So yeah, grind to get a bunch of like still conversations with him in an open room. So a lot of the content is just conversations, and not like new levels or stages. It's all about replaying the old stuff. So yeah, you do that, and you unlock a boss fight with him, and it's back to grinding. The same levels again. What else do we do? Okay, then after you keep doing that until you unlock the next boss fight after a while, which is Warrior of Light. That boss is actually really fun. It was actually a really fun boss. So you get, for DLC 1, you get 2 boss fights, I think. A lot of text conversations. And a lot of grinding. To sort of pad out the content in between. Yeah, we are doing the Rift, I think it's called, which is the again, it's more of the same. You're doing these bite-sized missions to grind for more points, but this time it's to level up the Rift levels. And the higher you go, then you finally unlock the boss fight for Gilgamesh. There's a couple of them, and I like how each one does change up his weapon uses. That's pretty damn fun. Like, his bosses are actually really good. But it's everything around it. You can tell it's very... They're being very frugal with how they dish out the content, which isn't much. Like, the new content, I mean. Like, reusing all these maps and stuff was good in the base game for the side missions. But imagine if all the expansions of Nioh 1 and 2 did that as well. Like, not giving new regions, new main missions, new enemies, new bosses. Yeah, it doesn't have that same level of quality, sadly. It sucks too, because I held off on playing it for so long, the DLC. So I was hoping it would have been the same sort of pseudo sequel as Nioh DLC. Because those DLCs add so much, it might as well be a point, like a plus 0.5. Like pretty much like a second game in that game. But that wasn't really the case so far. Now, I'm not too sure if I'm still playing DLC 1, if I gotta be honest. Like, I'm not sure if Warrior of Light and Gilgamesh are part of the same DLC, but... yeah, I'm not sure where the cutoff is. But if this is how we're starting, like how the first DLC is, yeah, it's gonna be pretty not what I expected, like to the other expectations of Nioh. I never played, the Wolong DLC, but I heard they actually did make some good changes to the base game. Like, actually made it a different, improved game. But I never played it, sadly. Like the DLC. So it kind of sucks, like, my favorite game didn't get the treatment. Like, for the overhauls and massive expansions. But the game I didn't really care for did. And Rise of the Ronin just didn't get anything, surprisingly.
It must be that strange creature's power. It is no ordinary yokai we are dealing with.
Oh, crap. Oh, now we got 2 enemies on us. This is not good. So yeah, it looks like they removed the worm that was over there before, like in the alpha. But this guy's here now. Should probably heal. Okay, you still get your key back when you do soul core attacks. I gotta learn how to use them more in my combos again. But what happened to the Samusha action game? Hopefully it's still on the way, man. I just looked at the articles when I came out, and I think that was in 2023. So it's been a bit, but let's hope it's still on its way. They did mention it's an action RPG, and Art of Fighting is coming out too. So maybe they're just sort of doing a little bit of both, but okay. Are these being used automatically? It looks like they are. Yeah, I'll do that. That's fine. Cicada Shell. Sounds pretty close to Cicada Surge. Okay, that's the one I want. The perfect dodge. Okay, so it doesn't take too long to get things started. Like within the first 40 minutes, you can get like the basics. This game feels more jam-packed than Rise of Ronin, probably since they don't need to seem to be versus systems here. There's definitely less gaps. Like I feel like I'm interacting with like new camps pretty quick. Like pretty quick. So that's a good thing, but I'm trying to think, what do we gain for going this route? That's what I'm trying to think. Like what does Nioh get for doing this? Like for Rise of the Ronin, it makes sense. It fits perfectly with its pretty good attempt to like capture the historic aspect of Rise of the Ronin. Like that was the whole appeal of that game. Like that, so it makes it worth like exploring these areas in those eras, right? Sort of like a almost like a simulator. I think that's what I've heard a lot of people like about that game, like being more of like a samurai simulator in that time. So that's the big aspect or appeal of that game, I mean. But in this game, like what do we gain for doing this? So until I figure that out, I'm not gonna be. I'm not sold on this open field mechanic or feature. I mean. But we'll find out soon enough. It's still the first stage. Well, first open field. So we'll see. Rise of the Ronin had cat grabs. Jump towards some ledges you character. Okay, yeah. I was wondering about that too. Because there's some parts where we should be making it, but we don't. Yeah, that's because I figured like Rise of the Ronin did have them. Like by memory, but yeah, after I finish the Stranger Paradise DLC, I'm gonna have to reinstall Rise of the Ronin again. Now, will I have the space to have both Nioh 3 and Rise of the Ronin? Probably not, but I think that's to be the closest game we can compare with this open field stuff. Okay. That's some pretty fun. Like, that's fun. Like, that's really fun, right? Constantly swapping the styles, using their own, like, skills, the ninjutsu more seamlessly than the previous Nioh games. Like, this stuff's gonna be fun to do. It's just, the level design, pretty much. Okay. Use the shurikens to stagger him for a little bit. Yeah, there's some cool like decisions you can do with this stuff now. Oh, there's 3. I'm surprised it doesn't stagger. Ah, we're doing pretty well though. Ba-da-dum. For the ledge grabs or cat grabs or cat leaps, okay. Cat leaps. Coyote jumps. If I'm being honest, I'd prefer if DLCs were just Razor's Edge style and reworks of some flawed games. Yeah. But just in general, like the DLC sort of add like the sort of expansion feeling, I think. Do I have permanent damage? Is there a permanent damage mechanic? Like, I'm noticing my health isn't full. I wonder what that's about. But yeah, Nioh's pretty much set the standard for like, Nioh was like the new age of Team Ninja, right? So I'm going off that when it comes to like expansions and Stranger Paradise. Yeah, I didn't really live up to that, sadly. Why would you want DLC to fix games you think are good rather than add to games you think are bad? Product. Like the DLC can be a chance to fix a game. Like I wouldn't say Razor's Edge was a DLC, more of a rework. It is pretty close. But yeah, it's more of like a rework, in my opinion. At the same time, not really, because the Vanilla 3 did sell the weapons, I think, and the Ultimate Ninja. Yeah, for me, like DLC can either, you know, turn the game around or add more to what I already like, which is pretty good. It's more like a second chance or, you know, a cherry on top, pretty much. Like the possibilities is what I like about it. Mainly from Team Ninja, anyways. I think they do a really good job with their extra content. Like I haven't played the Wolong stuff, but I haven't been steered away or steered astray. I mean, when I bought so far. Well, actually, no. I already take that back. I'm already lying. Stranger Paradise was pretty bad. The DLC. Yeah, it's actually really bad. DLC, to be honest. Like so far. Yeah, because I held off on playing the DLC hoping it'll be like a sequel, a pseudo sequel, because I know we're never going to get one. To how unpopular it sold, how bad it sold. So I figured I'll hold off for the longest time and come back to like a new experience, but it doesn't really add too much. So it seems like you can only do one soul core attack for each stance. Like you can pick and choose which one you go for. Yeah, so it's not like two separate meters. Like they share it. Henshin. Okay, I was one enemy away from beating it pretty much. It does look like you charge your soul core uses a lot faster too in that form.
This red rock. There's something.
Yeah, I definitely need to level up. Samurai so don't send these newcomers are buns. I don't remember who was new, to be honest. Like I've only seen the good looking character portraits, but I never seen them in action. Like not for too long anyways. We'll do that. Hey, what's up, Wub? Welcome. Suzuka's big swords and fighting games are always cool. The newcomers are questionable. Okay. Yeah, who doesn't like Nightmare, right? Soul Calibur. I feel like everyone liked him. Becomes like big sword fighting games. Or fighting game characters. I don't remember expansion packs. Yeah. Like that's what the Hurricane packs were for Ninja Gaiden 1. They're more like expansions. And they were free, believe it or not, back then. All you had to have was internet connection. And that was it. You were set to go. There it is. Look at this guy. Oh, nice. What? I probably should have read. Oh, and I have this from the start too? Oh. I remember in the alpha, I would mash block, and it'll work. So I remember it did mention that in the survey. Yeah, that's a perfect block. Okay. It does seem pretty lenient. Like, it's not a super tight window. It doesn't feel like it anyways. Yeah, I pressed it pretty early on that one. Okay. It seems pretty fair. Pretty fair to do. Yeah, in the alpha, I do remember mashing it to see if it worked, and it was pretty viable to do. Just mashing, but it does look like there's actual timing required, which is good, finally.
Suppose some god is paying a visit.
Because whenever there's a perfect block mechanic, sometimes, well, a lot of games, just mashing it does work sometimes. Mainly clash parries. Like in, I remember mentioning it in the Final Fantasy 16 video. Like, just attacking would automatically, well, accidentally do the clash parry, even though you didn't really aim to do it. It was too much of a happy accident. Not like an intentional move. Oh, wrong stance. Oh, I can't stagger him. Okay. I don't know the timing for that move. Yeah, that's pretty fun. Like, there's still moments where it feels like how I want it to. I think it's just going to be the level design. I won't be too much of a fan of. Like, it would be cool to have those moments stacked on top of each other, like how it was in the previous games. Yeah, you pretty much have to look for those more often from time to time. Like, there'll be more gaps between those sort of encounters. Using the arrow is still good. Felt pretty lonely today, and I'm glad there's a stream going on. While we're here, man, we'll be chilling for a while. I'm glad you come by for the stream, man. Appreciate you joining us for company. So the full game comes out. I want to say a week and a half probably. So, yeah. So it's not too far off until the full game's out. This is going to transfer over to the main game So in a way, you can say it's sort of out already, to be honest, with this DLC. Well, this demo, I mean. So we're pretty much playing the beginning of the game a week early, I guess.
Why are there yokai coming from the castle? Where are we supposed to run?
I am curious how many open fields there are. Because typically there's around 7 regions in a game. Like in 1 and 2. So we just might have like I'm wondering if we'll have like 7 open fields, pretty much. Team Ninja released the Ninja Gaiden 4 vs. Ed's out to buy it because I'm Team Ninja Shield. Join the club, man. Actually, speaking of, we still don't know when that's coming out. It's not looking too good. Like the fact it didn't even show up in the Xbox showcase is a bit concerning. But it's not like they mentioned a whole bunch of games anyways, but like at the same time, what Xbox games are coming out anyways. So it's not like there's a lot of options to show off. But yeah, I'm really surprised it didn't appear. It was cool to see Beast of Reincarnation. I think that's what it was called. It does look like a pretty fun game, honestly. At least interesting, at the very least. But yeah, I was hoping to get some news at this point about actually, let me just not aggro the other guy. But yeah, you'll think we have some news at this point. Because they said early 2026, so. Can I perfect block the yokai? I can. Okay. So it's a universal mechanic, which is pretty cool. There's a timeline where Stranger of Paradise sold super well and they made a new based on FF2. I'm glad I don't live there. What? Am I the only enjoyer of Stranger of Paradise? Is that what I'm hearing? Nah, you guys are crazy. Unless I'm the crazy one for liking the game. Because, by the sales numbers, yeah, that's pretty much true. One day, you guys will learn the genius of the game. I'm telling you. There we go. Like, even with the basic stuff, time to kill is pretty short, which I like. I think things are killed pretty quick, and so are we. Has that right balance so far. No new dual blades. That should be better than what we had. I'm not gonna spend too much time looking at that. Bay Stranger Paradise hating chat. I also have actual chase. No, you're crazy. No, you guys are crazy, man. I will not stand for the Stranger Paradise slander. Okay, he's definitely smaller this time around, I think. Let's see what we can do here. Oh, I thought I saw. Can we do anything after that? Because we kind of just hover. I'm kind of wondering if we can do something there. Oh, crap. Let's see what happens if I perfect block. If I can manage to do it at least one time. Whoopsie. Whoopsie. Like, I'm not sure if perfect blocking destroys their key at all. That's a new move. Yeah, I couldn't land the perfect block, sadly. I love Ninja Gaiden is quickly became one of my favorite series, but one thing I despise about this series is how incomplete games are. Yeah, they usually do come. I wonder if that feels like that in retrospect, though, if you think about it. Like, to us, it feels unfinished because we know how they are afterwards. Like, most people would jump straight to Ninja Gaiden Black, right? They never play the first version. So, like, the standard's already set pretty high if you start with Black, like, as a full package game. When it wasn't like that at the beginning. Vanilla 2 also didn't have much either. Vanilla 3 didn't as well by a long shot. Vanilla 4 is the best game content-wise on day one release. Like, compared to vanilla versions only. I think the only game that would feel lacking in content, like where it would feel unfinished, is probably 3. Probably 3. At least the other games had costumes. Some better than others, but yeah, at least had weapons and stuff to unlock. Ooh, barely. I'm surprised he didn't get staggered. I thought I broke his key, but that's not good. Holy. Oh, okay. I could just attack midair after. Okay. Ah. Okay, we'll try one more time. See how far we do. Well, how good we do. Da-da-da. Unbased, unchatted common owl for stranger. No. My reputation is falling apart as we speak. The thought of an action game with all the FF2 mechanics is what gives me shudders. If I remember right, isn't it possible to attack your own teammates in that game to level up your proficiency stuff? I never played it too much. I just beat the first game when it comes to super classic Final Fantasy anyways. I remember a lot of arcade cabinets had different... Okay. I still need to catch up with the first Nioh. Not to mention 2, even if my first time experience wasn't that great. What was like so... Like what was the bad part first time playing the games for you? Like... I think this might be a bit much. Like I'm trying to think as a new player. This might be a bit much. Maybe that's why they have the open world to make it a little more approachable. Yeah, all these extra mechanics will be a hurdle, I think. Oh, he's attacking way faster. Ah. Yeah, I might be a little too underleveled for this guy. But what if they're literally doing a pseudo Razor's Edge DLC update for the 2 Master Niece? I would hope so, man. Like my expectations are pretty high for 2 Masters. Like I mentioned it before, but I want it to be so drastic of a change that I'm playing a different game. Right, like that's how... Well, the closest example is Razor's Edge, right? Becoming like this massive overhaul. It's going to be tough to compare to Black because that's over like 20 years old in a different team, in a different set of like circumstances, but I think we can compare it more fairly to Razor's Edge when it comes to like what to expect. So like, please make Chapter Challenge usable. If we don't even get... To be honest, I'm not expecting Ayane to be a playable character, but I would hope so. Like, if we don't even get her as a boss, I'll be pretty bummed. Because, yeah, like within 6-7 months, Razor's Edge gave us 3 characters, all pretty damn good. Like, extremely good. So it's like a... If you can't even match Razor's Edge with the side content, that's pretty bad, to be honest. But we'll see. Yeah. Make Chapter Challenge how it should have been. Make Ayane and Tyron bosses at least. I would say more weapons, but I think we're only getting 1 per character, which is also pretty bad. So yeah. Like, actually finish Ryu as a character. That'd be nice too. Oh, was that death? Yeah, what else can they... I'm hoping they do.
This ain't right. We're attacking the soldiers.
I know they're gonna add even more, like missions and objectives, to mission mode, which is pretty cool. I think even more story bits, but Again, I'm probably going to expect only like 1 or 2 at max. Yeah, we'll see. I already bought the thing, so we'll find out soon enough. I'm already committed to checking it out, so. Let me get behind him. Well, that was weird. I don't think I pressed the thumbstick to unlock from him, but. I don't think I'm going to use the stances too much in this game, if I gotta be honest. Like, I'm still trying to get used to just using the ninja. Or stance switching in general. It is a pretty, like, high barrier, though. Like, to the Nioh formula. That's a lot to learn. Like, the uniqueness of the styles and the stances, like, that's quite a bit to wrap your head around. And again, I already have the experience with the series, so for a new player, this might be pretty rough. Oh, where'd you come from? At least you get hyper armor, looks like. Yeah, I probably have to get rid of somebody. I'm still doing the muscle memory as if I have Flux 1 and 2. Yeah, once you get used to that, man, you can't unforget. It's why Game Freaks are fully expected to turn out horrible. No! Only the Pokemon games, watch. It's on the Pokemon games. Imagine that. Like, that would be the instant giveaway. Like, it's either the Pokemon brand or Nintendo themselves is what's holding back Game Freak. That's what I'm more excited about that game. Like, to prove, like, what's the problem area? Like, are they not getting enough time, not enough money? Like, do they know people will still buy it? Even with, like, a budget? Like, I'm talking about, like, the recent Pokemon games, right? So, we'll see, man. We shall see. I found out you have an optimized button on this demo. We want it. Oh, I did not know that. Let me see. Auto equip. Oh, wow. That's actually really good. How about that? Because right now when I'm replaying Stranger of Paradise, again, for one, it's been too long for me to even know what I was going for in that game. Plus, I'm getting new tiers of gear, so it's not really worth keeping my stuff anyways. Yeah, I've just been mashing the auto optimize and been pretty fine so far. So I'm glad that you still have that feature in this game, especially with the weight class in mind. That's pretty big. Like, that's something like they paid attention. Like, that stuff really does matter. Like the weight class. There we go. Dawn of Dreams might have Restored my hope in action RPGs. See, I played the Crisis Core remake. Really, it wasn't too good. Crisis Core. I like Dawn. If you like Dawn of Dreams, man, you might like Nioh. To be honest, I see it as a pseudo, not the precursor, to the series. But towards the end of the demo, if I'm not. Yeah, so far the ninja stance is really fun. I'm trying to use it more often than not right now. My dear wife, man. Yeah, Star Ocean 4 Law 360. Do we get NG5? At this rate, probably not, man. Probably not. I'm assuming we're going to get NG5 in another 10 years. I gotta be honest. Yeah, I think it's still a hyper niche series it's always been. Even with like the hype and ads forgot. Like, it seemed like they were doing a decent job of like marketing it. Like more than you would expect for a Ninja Gaiden, but it didn't really seem to make too much of a difference. To be honest. Like, it didn't even win Best Action Game, man. Like, I know those things are more of a popularity contest than like objective you know, assessments, but yeah, it doesn't seem like nobody really played NG4, to be honest. This might be a bad idea. Oopsie. Okay. I thought I aggroed that guy. DMC6 was sucked since they insist on Nioh being the new main character every time, and his gameplay has barely. My problem is that they can't really focus on one thing, it seems like. Like, they want to keep Dante for the familiarity, right? But they also want to move on because, you know, Nero was 4. But now he's the mainstay. Like, okay, we've got to keep him while also making another character, a new character, to start from fresh again. So I can't. It doesn't feel like there's like a focused vision. Well, like 5 specifically. I guess you could say the same for 4, to be honest. But yeah, it seems like 5, they're trying to do a little bit of too much. Like, spread thin of ideas. Like, either just do Dante, or just do Nero, or just start with V. But the whole puppet, the puppet thing. Like, do one or the other, or quality over quantity sort of thing. That's what 5 came out feeling to me by the end of it. So yeah, either they gotta shave off the fat or just something, man. Can I charge any heavy attack? It looks like I could have. With that meter. You said an NG3 stream, why did they make 3 as it is? With how quickly they made Razor's Edge. Wait 1 second. You said NG3 stream, why did they make 3 as it is? Wait, I'm not sure if I understand your question. Alright, 1 second. For example, extra G's like Star Ocean, I believe most people actually are attracted to because of stuff that is not action. Like leveling up, writing skill, and then creating a bunch of books. That's something you do in that game, in Star Ocean? I never knew that. Nioh is goated and I was wrong when I said I preferred Yakima a while back. If same kits are a problem, then Razor's Edge is inherently bad. Such games that aren't held back by a numbers game, level up systems are something I'm not a fond of. Has to be a damn RPG. It's a balancing act, right? Because even DMC3 has these sort of leveling up stuff, the meta progression, the exploration. Like it has all that stuff, and it's finally seen as, right? So yeah, it just depends. It depends how far they go with it. It seems like when it comes to like progression stuff. I'm trying to think. Like as much as I like Samurai Jack, right? I think that's one of the like the most drawn out level up like progression, because it takes like 3 full playthroughs to even get all the basics, well, all the cool stuff where it finally makes sense, that game. But yeah, before that, yeah, it takes a long time to really start getting to the groove of things. But yeah, I guess you can say the same thing even about DMC, like taking a long time to buy air hike for like 3 different weapons and stuff like that. But and then Shinobi, right? I really like Shinobi. It has no leveling up at all. All of it just depends on finding ninja scrolls, like those Nimpo scrolls, and that's pretty much it. And that's the only sort of like power-ups you have. Just do like slight exploration, like platforming challenge, and then you have your little power-up. It's absolute Game Freak. All the games weren't published by Nintendo were mediocre at best. Even they did Drill Dozer, no? On the Game Boy Advance. This was like over 20 years ago, so it's like not the same team, right? But that's like the only other Game Freak game I remember. I think they even have like a horse riding gambling sort of thing. I think I'm not too familiar with the other stuff. Night Rain is 25 gigabytes. Sweet spot for the third-person cover shooters. Some of them can reach levels of run and gun. Speaking of run and guns and cover shooters, I think the biggest disconnect with those games, I'm gonna bring this up in my Vanquish video, is the fact the enemies aren't projectile based, but they're hit scan. I think that's my biggest gripe. Because the biggest like appeal for run and gun, like for me, is the movement and like shifting my hurt box in all these unique ways, right? Crouching, jumping, you know, sliding, air dashing, whichever game you're playing. Like even from Contra 1 all the way up to like hardcore Uprising. Like it's all about moving your hurt box in these unique ways to avoid actual, you know, pellets. And that's the fun part. But cover shooters, all you can really do is just hunker down. And the higher difficulties means more crazier beam accuracy. And then you see that sort of thing with like Uncharted crushing difficulty, right? It doesn't really test your movement and like maneuvering skills. It mainly tests your pop shot. 1, 2, you know, get a kill, hang back, get a kill, hang back. Sometimes you do a good job, right, with the grenades. I think grenades from enemies are smart, right, to keep you moving. But that would have been cool if there was actual physical projectiles to dodge around after the fact. Yeah, so it's pretty much like an entire hitbox. Like, the map is nothing but hitboxes that hit you without your... You have no say in the matter, pretty much. You just have to take the damage. So, yeah, I'm gonna bring that up for the Vanquish video. But yeah. Like, yeah, this is pretty much what I'm gonna say for the Vanquish video, pretty much. Like, I wanted it to be a 3D Contra game where I'm actually using the slide, my movement stuff, to actually dodge stuff, like Hardcore Uprising. That's not really the case sometimes. I think there's some enemies with like rockets and missiles you can dodge. Well, I think for the most part that's not the case, if I remember right. But yeah, if cover shooters weren't... I don't want to spoil the video too much, but the cover shooters themselves don't lean well into translating running guns for me. Because they are a cover shooter at their core, right? So the game is about the covers and not the movement. So that's the big difference. Let me catch up. Which cover shooter is your favorite? Enjoy them all. They're kind of guilty pleasure. Hey, here's popular on hate. Oh, to hate Gears. Oh, okay, okay. Gears 3. What I'm saying is NG3 to Razor's Edge is bizarre. Like, why not make the Razor's Edge game instead? Oh, okay, I see what you mean. Like, why not just make that good game from the beginning? Oh, okay, I see what you mean. Yeah, I think, whatchamacallit? I think just their initial, like, vision for the game was already, like, misplaced. Being more of a cinematic movie experience more than an action game. So they really stripped it down way too much. Right, and then Razor's Edge was, like, the course correction to, like, what people wanted. So yeah, it's just like their vision for the game was just already bad from the beginning, like misplaced. Yeah, that's the game they wanted to make, was Vanilla 3, but Razor's Edge was like, okay, this is what a Ninja Gaiden game should be like. It's still a mid game. You know what, you say that, but I think, like, when I replayed the game, like Vanilla, I'm like, there is something here. Like, I think you can't make a good game unless the base is good. Like, there had to be some... What's the word I'm looking for? There had to be some salvageable parts about the game to actually make something fun. Like, if there was a remake of DMC2, right? I think that game could be something cool. Because it has everything that DMC3 will later use, right? Like the wall running, rebellion, like all the standard stuff we come to expect from DMC3. The customizable, like, DTs and stuff like that. Like, all of it came from 2, all the cool stuff. But DMC3, like, actually did something with it. So I don't know, man. You can make an argument that DMC2 has a cool base. But just gotta remake it. They probably won't, though. They're just gonna probably remake 1 and then 3, then call it there, to be honest. They might, if they do remake 2, it'll be something very quick and cheap just to get it out the way. But yeah, I doubt it'll be too... Like, I think if we're going from, like, the RE Engine Resident Evil remakes, I think DMC1 would be, like, comparable, right? It's like RE2 remake being a pretty solid remake. It won't be as It won't have all the pieces there, but just enough where it's still like is close enough to the first game. And then DMC2 remake would be like the RE3 remake, where it's kind of like we're just getting it over with to get to the actual fan favorite game, which will be DMC3 will be like the DMC RE4 remake. So yeah, that's probably what they might do, but I'm not too sure. But I can see that happening though. That's why I love DMC3. You utilize the best parts of RPG style. Yeah, it's very. It does it very. What's the word I'm looking for? Like just the right amount, right? It's not too much. The person in chat who told me to disable volumetric fog in Nioh 3, the game. There's a fog flying everywhere. Platinum would make the good game if they dropped this set pieces using gimmick spam. That's what I was hoping mission mode, well, chapter challenge would do in NG4. But it's still there, man. I'm hoping they remove it in the DLC, like actually make it how it's supposed to be. But yeah, I'm not sure if those things are sort of integral to like keeping the game intact. Like if they're sort of like invisible loading screens or not, like you have to keep them there. But I would rather have like a 5-second loading screen than do this rail grinding section, to be honest. Like in chapter challenge specifically, yeah, they should just. I'd rather have a loading screen. I was mentioning this earlier, but with the more like laid back sort of not so immediate pressure of this game, I don't think it's too good as a streaming game, to be honest. It's more like a chill thing. Like I did like the chill aspect of Rise of the Ronin with the open world aspect. And again, for like the historical appeal. Over this game though, I feel like I'll just, like for me personally, I feel like I'm checking out, if I gotta be completely honest. It could be because I already played this in the alpha, or because the structure isn't fully engaging enough. That's really what I'm feeling right now. Like I'm not fully, you know, into the game. Somewhat checked out. Like maybe if I play solo, I can just focus on the game, but yeah, sort of so-so right about now. Da-da. I picked up vanilla NG3 copy for PS3 for $5 years ago, so I've immensely. It's not that bad. It's not that bad. It's not like it's gonna kick your dog. It's not like that. People make it out to some sort of offensive game, but I don't think so. Like I remember when like what's that game called? Hatred? Like something super what's the word I'm looking for? Like polarizing or offensive or it's nothing like that. It's still a decent game. Like I'm nice to the game because I really like Razor's Edge. I see the good parts in Vanilla 3, so I'm a little more, you know, lenient on the game. But yeah, it's not like some utter dog crap, pretty much. It's not that bad. Keep telling yourself that. Every time, man, I'll keep saying it. Bloody Spout? No, I haven't. I know that's a PC only game, right? Very similar looking. Sounds good, Jeffy, yeah. But yeah, with this sort of thing, I can't really I don't know what to. Well, I can. What's the word? You kind of just pick where you want to go. But I'm not too sure I'm a fan of that, to be honest. Like when it comes to an action game, like I always bring up the comparisons for like action platformers, having these set obstacle courses to go through. And it's sort of like the opposite of that. There's no real reason to interact with the stage design or like the enemy composition for the most part. I think that's what's making it not so engaging. It doesn't really have that sort of feel to me anymore. I'll probably, we were shooting for 2.5 hours. I'll probably just call it here, to be honest. Like I'll probably finish this off stream, but it's gonna be very interesting when we get the game day one. Because we already did this before on the alpha demo, so I want to see if my opinion changes when we do something different. But as of right now, though, I'm not too fond of this level design. Actual content stretched thin because everyone likes walking around. That's true, man. Like that's how it is right now. Like, yeah, I just feel like I just check out and start like just wandering around, like aimlessly. Well, like, you know, it doesn't have that structure of these back-to-back, you know, developed encounters. It's very up to your own, you know, like whimsy, I guess. Like you pick where you want to go instead of like overcoming like this carefully constructed action game like one was specifically. So I think you can sort of see that happen in real time over the stream. Like me just lose interest because the stage design doesn't really keep your attention. You can, I wouldn't say you get distracted. I want to say that there's like multiple things to, you know, get your attention to do. There's just no agency. I think that's a good word for it. Yeah, I'm gonna come back and rewatch this later and like write this down for. I think this is pretty much what I'm gonna say for the video, to be honest. I think I pretty much summed it perfectly in the past like 15 minutes. Maybe as a beginner game, this could be more approachable, but at the same time, I'm not too sure. Because of mechanics. I do like the mechanics. I have nothing against that. It's just the, how it's packaged, I think. There's no real reason to use them. I think if there's like sort of a combat arena side mode, like as much as I really like Arkham Knight, right? I actually do like the traversal, the car, how Gotham looks. Like I like the open world aspect of Arkham Knight. But I appreciate when games do add the combat side missions. You know, like the mercenaries, mission mode, or like combat challenges in Batman games. I like when there's like the pure combat stuff for these type of games, but I'm not sure if that'll be the case. But yeah, I think we're pretty much done here. To be honest, I remember being for the alpha. I think it was fine. I think it was fine enough. I remember enjoying myself. I want to say because it was a new Nioh, like something new. But yeah, coming back to it when you don't have that sort of like first impression where everything's more, bright colors, everything's bright and shiny and new. Now it's like something I have played before. I'm trying to look at it as not as fixed value anymore. It doesn't really have that staying power, I don't think. Because even like replaying 1 and 2 from a fresh file, like it was way much more of an enjoyable experience. And those felt like new to me because it's been so long. And it felt like fun to play, but this sort of thing I'm not clicking with right now. I'm kind of curious how this will affect the playtime of the game. How do I do the where is it at? Yeah, we'll just hang out for a little bit and we'll call it here. Bum bum. You'd probably get your money's worth of fun out of it. It's not a good game, but it's interesting. Good sometimes. Okay, yeah. I remember seeing Bloody Spell a little bit here and there. Seems pretty fun. I think there's another game called Kanagi. It's sort of like a Sekiro like, I think. And also PC exclusive. The nearly universal praise Elden Ring got is something that still baffles me. Dark Souls and even Demon Souls. The non-linearity much better used before. I feel like if I go back to Elden Ring, I'll have the same sort of feeling I have now. Like Elden Ring really cared. What really carried Elden Ring for me was the what I just said. The novelty, right? Big open map. You see some cool stuff, you come back. Like, okay, there's another big area. Okay, let me keep going. There's another big area. That constant like whoa moments, right, in that game. Kept it interesting. But I always mention, like, as a replayable game, I don't think I could ever go back to it because again the content's too stretched out. It's not like there isn't content, there's a lot of it. It's just a lot of hurdles to get to them is the thing. And I'm sure there's a lot of cool content here too. But yeah, it's just the packaging. Even though technically it's not an open world, there's the same feelings there. It's open field, but it's not too different, like how it's presented. So it's not really wrong to call it open world. Same feelings there. Immersive open world game, only 2, mind you. Okay. Dun, dun. It's the open world, man. I'm telling you. Dang. But it's almost done. Yeah, I should be able to watch it. Jeff. Yeah, let me know whenever. I'll definitely be there to watch it. Like I'm trying to think of an open world game. Well, like I just said, I like Arkham Knight. Like I said, it needs to have that sort of the backup mode to like sort of like jump into the action real quick. That sort of like pick up and play aspect. Because open world inherently has the downtime tied to it. And quite a lot of it. Like for Rise of Ronin, I gave it, again, it has the, what's the word I'm looking for? its goal was to be the sort of like historical simulator of like being in the era to relive those moments, that time period. So I think the open world supported that vision. But this, I don't know. I don't see what's the point, like what we're gaining with this open field. That's a problem of having. I don't see the pros. Like I had a lot of fun replaying 1 because of the level design, the more careful like consideration of it, but this has like no real like impact. Da-da-da. It's way too soon to say. It's gonna be tough. I don't think. Yeah, this is tough. First impressions, I want to place it like between Ronin and Wolong. I have to wait until we get more deeper into the game to actually finish it to say, obviously, but we'll see, man. We will see. We'll probably hang out for another like 2 minutes, maybe 5-10 minutes. We'll see. But yeah, so far, yeah, we'll see. How big is Rise of the Ronin? I think Rise of the Ronin is like 80 gigabytes. If I remember right. A 100 gigabytes, bro. Oh god. Yeah. I would like to install it just for a quick comparison, like for the Nioh 3 video. But I might have to do that now before the game even comes out, because there's no way I can have both installed at the same time. Yeesh. Soul Calibur 3 is actually available on PS5. I bought it. It has the most single player content. Really? I'm going to make sure it's got without Wicker's credit. Oh, nice. Is big, man. Yeah. It's a large game, man. We'll see. So have you guys played the demo yet? Like, what are your takes so far of the game? Of Nioh 3? Because now I'm not as interested. I'm curious. Of course, it's still Nioh. I want to check it out. But why couldn't we get more peak gameplay like Stranger Paradise? Paused. I still forget how to do the... Over a lot of stuff that's been released recently. That's the thing, right? It's still more... Like, mechanically, it'll still be more fun than other action RPGs out there. But it's open world, man. It's tough. It's a tough one. Sadly. Astral Chain and started playing Hi-Fi Rush. Pun intended, I'm guessing, right? This game rocks. What's up, Night Rider? Dude, we just been, for me, like, you know how I'm not very, what's the word? I'm not so crazy with my reactions, but this is me tearing the game for like the past 30, 40 minutes. If I gotta be honest. Like, it's not really the best takeaway. We just been sitting here spamming the disappointed emote. Pretty much, yeah. DMC's Machiavelli, more obscure than Enzo. I haven't actually. Half the weapons lose all but one stance, and the open world looks boring. It is boring. You can even see me. I was mentioning it earlier, but you see me in real time lose interest because the level design doesn't have agency. It doesn't have you interact with these sort of constructed encounters. You can do whatever you want, and depending who you tell that to will be either good or bad. And for an action game, I don't think that's a good thing, if I gotta be honest. I like when things have these sort of constructed obstacle courses. Like coming from a 2D platformer perspective, like that's what I like. There's no real... It loses that big appeal Nioh 1 had for me. Level design wise, it's not the same. I'll purchase Nioh 4 if it came out tomorrow, if it could lead to Nioh 7. Dude. Any new 3D fighter at this point, right? I think I enjoy the game. Honestly, I like open worlds. Yeah, if you like open worlds, I think you'll like this. Like I said, don't take what I say as be all end all. Like, I'm just saying my own opinion. Like, use it as consideration, but don't take it wholesale. Yeah. Like, for me personally, I probably won't like it as much as 1 or 2 because of this open area opinion yet. Yeah, I'm curious what you're going to say about it. Like, as a like, I'll be the wrong person to ask because I'm not an open world enjoyer. Like, there's some times I do, but for the most part, I'd rather avoid it. So I'll be like the worst person to ask if the open world aspects are fun. But I don't think it is, because again, like Rise of the Ronin at least had different movement options. I think that's what makes open world games fun, is the movement. Like Prototype, right? Or Hulk, ultimate destruction, stuff like that. Like, if there's no unique movement to use all the space for, then what's the point? But yeah, it's a tough one, man. It's a tough one. Yeah, well, we have 4 more minutes. We'll call it here. It was walk in circles. Because, yeah, we're just walking in circles. We ran into stuff. But there's nothing keeping you there to engage with it. And that's why I like Nioh 1. Because you couldn't just freely walk around. You had to be very careful where you went and placed yourself. I feel like... I think Rise of the Ronin would be the better version of what this game's going for. I think. Like, it has open world as well, but at least it does some cool stuff there. This one I'm not too feeling it too much. But yeah. Oh. Like, at least there was also like the grappling hook to move around too. Like, you would think this game would have it in certain anchor points as well to make it fun, like traversing this area. Like, I couldn't even imagine this game having like a sort of mount, like a yokai mount. Like, just take the idea from Ronin and actually make it make sense in this game. Like, imagine using the yokai as Pokemon. But like, there won't be as much of a use for it. Well, reason because the areas are smaller, but yeah, they could have just made this more fun.